your prospects want to discover America the Beautiful, they can discover more of it closer up behind the wheel of a 1973 Jeep Wagoneer. The Wagoneer is the most luxurious four-wheel drive station wagon on wheels and outsells all other four-wheel drive wagons combined. The Wagoneer frame is built with an extra margin of strength to take hard, brutal punishment. The rugged axles handle big loads. Yet the tough suspension system takes the bounce out of everything except the kids. Wagoneer's low center of gravity and high ground clearance gets over jagged rocks and ditches with less fear of bottoming out when exploring the wilds, blazing new trails, or towing a trailer. Wagoneer's wide tread gives sure-footed lateral stability for trips to those out-of-the-way spots where the fish are biting. Two-wheel drive prospects are the ones who are adding to the growth of the four-wheel drive market. The Wagoneer will help you sell these new prospects. Two-wheel drive prospects who want a rugged station wagon that'll take them on the back roads of America for fun and recreation and still look good parked in their driveway. The 73 Wagoneer offers a roomy interior in buff, black, or green with plenty of relaxing and stretching out room. Wagoneer's newly styled instrument panel is padded for increased safety. Fuel and temperature gauges, speedometer and odometer, and new standard oil and amp gauges in place of warning lights. The new energy-absorbing steering column features an anti-theft locking system. Vinyl floor covering and all vinyl bench seats are standard, with luxurious optional custom trims and bucket seats with center armrest. In competitive vehicles, the rear seat is an extra cost option, but the Wagoneer's rear seat is a cushy standard. Wagoneer can carry 91 cubic feet of vacation gear, load more on the rooftop travel rack. Visibility, the most. Large windshield and all-around glass area lets them see more. The 258 engine is one of the biggest standard six-cylinder engines in the four-wheel drive industry. The rugged 360 two-barrel V8 is again offered, plus a new four-barrel version ideal for towing. These power-packed engines can be teamed with standard 3 on the floor or optional 4 on the floor, or a column-mounted turbo hydromatic. Your buyers can choose the one they want. Jeep's famous four-wheel drive gets the power to the ground with typical Jeep efficiency. In addition to Wagoneer with famous four-wheel drive as the leader in the industry, Jeep this year introduces Quadra-Trac, full-time four-wheel drive. The all-new Quadra-Trac gives greater mobility and safer performance in every on-road and off-road driving situation. It is coupled with turbo hydromatic and the 360 V8 engine. It automatically accommodates to changes in road surface and weather conditions by delivering continuous balanced power to all four wheels in both forward and reverse. Since Quadra-Trac is a full-time four-wheel drive system, the need for manual shifting in and out of four-wheel drive is completely eliminated, and freewheeling hubs are no longer needed. Quadra-Trac has a special lockout feature to keep the vehicle moving in extreme rough terrain conditions, where traction might be lost in either the front or rear wheels. It locks the front and rear wheel drives together, resulting in undifferentiated four-wheel drive, and provides the traction needed for severe off-road conditions. Lockout device is operated by a control located in the glove box. An indicator light reminds the driver that the lockout device is engaged. The low-range unit provides further gear reduction for operation under unusually severe or off-road conditions. Low-range drive is engaged by pulling a T-lever mounted just below the instrument panel. The optional low-range unit may be added to the basic Quadra-Trac system at the factory or your dealership. What does Quadra-Trac mean to you when you're selling to your prospects? In high-speed freeway travel, this full-time four-wheel drive system provides smooth, usable power to all wheels without drivetrain wind-up, tire scuffing, interaxle fight, or adverse steering effects. All drive components share equally the power output with lower noise levels, improved fuel economy, and reduced wear on tires and other components. No other station wagon or passenger vehicle has the Quadra-Trac system. It's another exclusive, developed by Jeep to keep you ahead of competition. Available in limited quantities on the Wagoneer, it's a revolutionary idea that will give you a new sales opportunity offering, total roadability. As components become available, Quadra-Trac production will increase to meet demand. What options can you offer on the Wagoneer? You know, the extra things that make every drive a vacation. Air conditioning, power steering, power brakes, power tailgate window, bucket seats, tinted glass, a new electric clock. They are all available to make any Wagoneer as custom as your two-wheel or four-wheel drive buyers want it. And when you put them behind the wheel of a Jeep Wagoneer, they'll see America the Beautiful. See it up close and with confidence. For confidence is part of the standard equipment on every Wagoneer.
This is Steve. This is because while most sport utilities are climbing higher and higher in price, now you can lease a Jeep Cherokee for $0 down, $259 a month, and $754 due at signing. Plus, Cherokee comes with air conditioning, power windows and locks, and remote keyless entry, all at no extra charge. So let Cherokee take you to the top of the steepest mountain with a lease that's surprisingly down to earth. Check one out at your New England Jeep dealer. This week.
Recently, Four Wheel and Off-Road magazine tested the latest imports and domestics to determine this year's 4x4 of the year. The winner was then tested against past 4x4 of the year winners to determine the best of the best. They compared power, performance, and handling. And when it was over, Jeep Cherokee stood on familiar ground.
Jeep Cherokee, factory financing or $1,000 guaranteed rebate available.
Jeep, the toughest four-letter word on wheels. We built the Jeep for the person who wants to leave roads far behind, tell trails to get lost, and go where the crowd can't follow. And now, for 1973, this tough 4x4 classic is better than ever. For the prospect who doesn't like to stop going just because he's run out of roads, show him how to load up a 73 Jeep and head out where the real fun begins, where the paved roads leave off. Potholes and bumps and ruts can come as they will, and with a greater margin of confidence thanks to the new standard fuel tank skid plate, Jeep's rugged, welded, and riveted frame takes punishment in large doses and comes back for more. Easier to handle, too, with the recirculating ball steering system. Precise, with quick recovery action. The man behind the wheel is handling one of the most maneuverable four-wheel drive vehicles ever built. Famous Jeep four-wheel drive is built into every Jeep vehicle from the ground up, not added on. New standard electric windshield wipers replace the vacuum type. Convenient four-wheel drive shift lever and suspended brake and clutch pedals make the Jeep a more practical four-wheeler. To fit all customer needs, power assists are optional. The big 11-inch brakes give safe stops, with power brakes and power steering is optional. Instrument panel controls have been modified to provide illumination, improve identification and function. The optional oil and amp gauges are relocated for better visibility. Among the several other modifications are new lighted heater controls for air, defrost, and temperature, plus a separate toggle switch for the fan. Jeep engines 473 provide dependable reserves of power for the toughest off-road demands. High torque 232 is standard, with optional choices of a spirited 258 or a racy 304 V8. They're all Jeep built to perform under the most demanding conditions and built to last. Dependable, your buyer can count on it. Heavy-duty transmissions get the power to the ground with typical Jeep efficiency. Whether your buyer chooses a Synchro 3-speed or 4-speed manual, he'll get a tough, heavy-duty unit that's built to shift smoothly, surely, effortlessly through years of rough handling. What does it all add up to? Total performance. Isn't that what every buyer wants? That's exactly what the 73 Jeep adds up to. Total performance. We built the Jeep for people who find their fun outdoors, far beyond paved roads. Skin divers, weekend treasure hunters, fishermen, hill climbers, hunters, skiing fans, snowmobilers. We also built the Jeep for ranchers, farmers, construction people, and service station owners who need a dependable and rugged workhorse to stay on the job with them day after day, season after season. For fun or work, there's a choice of models. The CJ5 and the longer wheelbase CJ6, both with 4-wheel drive standard. For special needs, the 2-wheel drive DJ5 is again offered. With open body, fabric top, or metal full or half cab, the Jeep is ready for action. And sporty Jeep Renegade will be offered as a new regular production model with 304 V8. Unique colors, rally stripes, sporty wheels, roll bar, plus other appearance and performance equipment. We will be taking dealer orders for Renegades starting in October and throughout the year. Jeep is the name. Most everyone knows its reputation because it's the original, toughest, most imitated 4-wheel drive vehicle. We say Jeep is the 4-wheeler with the best reputation and resale value in the business. Go on, you can prove it, and your prospect can prove it when he gets behind the wheel of a new 1973 Jeep.
Today, we'd like to compare the performance of this Jeep truck to a tank. Ready, go! Notice the fantastic traction of Jeep 4-wheel drive. The tank's doing well, too. Jeep truck has great ground clearance. Tank doesn't need any. Jeep truck's very maneuverable. The tank doesn't have to be. Plus, with a Jeep truck, you can pick up a date. With a tank, it's nearly impossible. Jeep truck, from the truck division of Jeep Corporation.
Look! Wow! It's the Chief! Meet the Chief, the 4-wheel drive Jeep Cherokee Chief. Jeep country is where he roams.
Here he comes.
The Chief's rugged enough to handle almost any terrain.
Look at the size of him.
With huge all-terrain tires, massive frame and suspension, and high ground clearance.
He's a brute.
But beautiful.
You'll know him by his markings. The Chief.
Sure seems friendly.
The Jeep Cherokee Chief. We wrote the book on 4-wheel drive.
Jeep truck for 73 is coming on stronger and tougher than ever, with big hauling performance and loaded with a whole new kind of pickup excitement. It's a Jeep truck to help conquest 2-wheel drive owners who are now entering the 4-wheel drive market. And there's one just right for most any job or recreational need. You have 6 models to offer. 2 120-inch wheelbase models rated at 5,000 and 6,000 GVW with thrift side or the all-new townside pickup box. 4 132-inch wheelbase models rated at 5, 6, 7, and 8,000 GVW, also featuring the new townside pickup box. And there are 5 new exterior colors in a total of 9 to choose from. The 8,000 GVW model is especially designed to handle big, roomy cab-over units under the toughest highway and off-road conditions. It's one of the easiest to drive camper specials that you can sell to get your share of the booming recreational market. A choice of engines to fit road and load conditions include standard spirited 258-6, optional rugged and mighty 360 V8, standard in 7,000 to 8,000 GVW models, and a new 360 4-barrel version for the 5,000 and 6,000 GVW models. Engines can be teamed up with any of 3 heavy-duty transmissions, standard 3-speed, optional 4-speed, or turbo hydromatic. Recirculating ball steering system reduces handling effort and increases maneuverability. And optional power steering makes handling those country roads or heavy loads a whole lot easier. New mechanical clutch linkage replaces cables on all manual transmissions throughout the Jeep line. This smooths engagement, reduces pedal pressure, requires less maintenance, and extends clutch life. Sturdy leaf springs at all 4 wheels provide firm load support and exceptional riding comfort. These tough Jeep components add up to more security for all of your customers, at work or play. For 1973, new 373 axle ratios are standard on the 5,000 GVW models instead of 409 to put you in a better competitive position in this segment of the market and assure the buyer of superb on-road performance. Optional ratio is now 409, was 488. The new Jeep truck now has the styling touch that makes an efficient pickup cab glamorous. Standard interior has a deluxe look in buff, green, or black, with newly trimmed comfortable bench seats for greater driving comfort, and new vinyl floor mats, plus new elliptical steering wheel for more knee room. A smarter instrument panel design with new standard oil and amp gauges. And here's another sales plus. 15-inch tires have been upgraded throughout the entire Jeep line for longer life and improved traction. Here are the biggest plus sales features that put you in a better competitive position and open doors to more sales bucks. It's the new Townside pickup box. The new tailgate has a wider opening of nearly 60 inches. Folding support straps replace chain supports, and the tailgate is designed for quick removal. In addition, the new single-handle latch provides for easier, quicker operation. There's full-depth double-wall construction for side panels to prevent cargo damage to outer panels for long life appearance, protection, and durability. Real benefits that will turn suspects into buyers. How about the custom cab with custom seat trim, color-keyed carpeting, door trim panels, and chrome bumpers? A package buyers will appreciate. Designed for maximum driver comfort, convenience, and appearance, the optional custom cab can be ordered with new wood grain side panels, power steering, power brakes, tinted glass, bucket seats, even air conditioning and an electric clock. It's a custom cab that's easy to live with and easy to work in. Rear end appearance is also improved with new tail, stop, and backup light units complementing the tailgate changes to sharpen the buyer's appetite. And now, as the leader in the four-wheel drive industry, Jeep later this year gives you a whole new kind of traction and safety in pickups to sell. QuadraTrac, the new Jeep full-time four-wheel drive that gives greater mobility and safer performance in every on-road and off-road driving situation. QuadraTrac allows each driving wheel to operate at its own speed and delivers continuous power to all four wheels in just the right proportion to match the vehicle to the road surface in both forward and reverse. The Jeep QuadraTrac truck is ideally suited for four-wheel operation in normal dry road conditions or in situations with mixed dry and slippery surface conditions. And freewheeling hubs are no longer needed. It provides smooth, usable power to all wheels without drivetrain windup, tire scuffing, interaxle fight, or adverse steering effects. All drive components share equally the power output with lower noise levels, improved fuel economy, and longer life of tires and other components. It also permits high-speed freeway travel in four-wheel drive. Because of these many advantages, the driver doesn't have to decide when and under what conditions of changing road surface, terrain, or weather four-wheel drive should be engaged or disengaged, because it's always working in full-time four-wheel drive. Low range may be added to the system at the factory or the dealership. QuadraTract, an exciting new feature for you to sell later this year on the 5,000 and 6,000 GVW truck models. As components become available, QuadraTract production will increase to meet demand. It's the greatest innovation in the evolution of four-wheel drive. It's yours from Jeep. Another reason why, pound for pound, the best competitive four-wheel drive pickups can't match the new Jeep trucks. Put your prospects in the driver's seat and they'll agree. Jeep is the best buy for '73 and still the toughest four-letter word on wheels.
Better word on wheels. The answer is, of course, Jeep. I cut my teeth in the car industry working for Jeep, so I must admit I have a soft spot in my heart for the Cherokee. After all, I also own one. It has over 140,000 hard-earned miles and has pulled everything from stumps to 28-foot boats and then some. The new Cherokee is one beautiful vehicle with many new features mine doesn't have, like standard driver's side airbag for one. Jeeps have found their way into the hearts of many women across the country. The standard power steering helps make Cherokee easy to park and maneuver. The turning radius is only 35.5 feet and is comparable to that of an ordinary passenger car. Standard power brakes can be augmented on the 4-liter engine models with the addition of an anti-lock brake system. Standard power for Cherokee is the 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine. Effective, but I do recommend the upgrade to the 190 horsepower 4-liter inline 6-cylinder engine. With the addition of the trailer tow group, the 4-liter Cherokee can tow up to 5,000 pounds. Cherokee utilizes a unique suspension called QuadraLink that combines a solid front axle with coil springs and 4 locating arms. The results are excellent stability, handling, and control, both on-road and off. Let's look at Cherokee's standard equipment list now. Jeep Cherokee, on the road and beyond.
The legendary Jeep vehicles. They've been transporting troops, delivering mail, weathering storms, and winning races longer than a lot of vehicles have even existed. Today's Jeep CJ is taking more kids to school, more couples out on the town, and more families to Paradise Lost than ever, and getting more miles per gallon than any four-wheeler built in America. 1981 Jeep.